Hello, and welcome to everyone.
I don't know what's happening with Facebook again.
Oh, now you've done it.
I know. Sorry, guys. I guess we're going just live on YouTube. Hey, everyone. How's it going?
Got a few people waiting already.
I know. So let's tell you about the day. It's been crap. It's been an extremely frustrating day for me specifically.
For her specifically.
And I kind of lashed out at Blaine for it. I am a person who always needs everything moving forwards. I hate being at a standstill in a project. And right now, I feel that we are at a standstill and it's extremely frustrating because we are in an empty engine room. We're waiting on installation, making a decision about that. We're waiting on some stuff on order. We're not moving forwards, and it's driving me nuts. So I get very frustrated, and I kind of took it out on Blaine today.
So the problem with doing this live and on YouTube is that we get a lot of suggestions on things to do, and we have to look into these suggestions and actually see what's going to work best for us. And unfortunately, that takes a lot of time and testing and whatnot. So things slow down quite a bit.
Yes.
Right now, the big slowdown is trying to figure out what to do for insulation on the walls. And we've decided that rock wool is the way to go for insulation. However, in a recent test that we've completed
this morning,
rock wool does absorb water. It not necessarily is affected by water or may not mold, but it does hold water. So the problem with that is we can't put that directly against the aluminum hull because we don't want anything that can absorb water to hold that water on the aluminum, because as we've talked about many, many times in the past, that's a problem. That's going to cause corrosion.
And that's what we were going to do.
And that's what we were going to do.
So let's go back to the test. So we put out the video. Some of you guys may not have seen it yet. We put out a video this past Sunday, so yesterday. And we did some tests because we're trying to figure out what insulation to use. So we took all of the polyethylene foam that we're going to use, and we lit it on fire. My gosh, did it burn.
And it wasn't all polyethylene. Like we tried a few different types of foam there, and all of it burned.
And toxic, like the stuff coming off of it is not good. And then we tried burning rock wool. Well, wow, it doesn't burn.
Perfect.
It was absolutely amazing. And you can check out that video on the YouTube channel. Again, it came out yesterday. You'll see the thumbnail of lots of fire in Blaine's face.
Yep.
So we're like, okay, rock wool's good. Let's just delete the foam and put the rock wool right against the hull. And there was like, well, wait here. Does rock wool hold water? Because our whole problem with aluminum is if it holds water against aluminum, the water turns kind of acidic and starts chewing the aluminum. And you have to remember, like, this is our outside hull. We do not want anything stuck on the inside that's going to hold moisture, that's going to eat through our hull.
And there was a lot of people that were commenting that rock wool is waterproof. And I guess when you say waterproof, that means it's not damaged by water, but it does soak it. It will go into it, and we've proven that. We'll show you guys the results.
Well, I just put up the YouTube short, and I put it up on Facebook showing what happens when you soak rock wool in water for 24 hours.
Yeah, so it does hold it. And so that was obviously a no-go. So we started looking again for some sort of substrate to put between the hull and the rock wool.
And you guys have great ideas. So many suggestions came at us. Even I really like the one about what the FPBs use. Steve Dashu's FPB standing for FN Powerboat, how they did their engineering, and it was
EPDM. We've also had people talk about glass foam, like a whole bunch of different things.
So we have some EPDM foam.
I'm not sure if we've got that on order.
No.
But what we did possibly order was a small thin layer of cork. We had some of you recommend cork as well.
Yes.
So we're going to try some cork and see how it is. Obviously, it will burn, but it doesn't light off until higher temperatures, and it doesn't produce toxic smoke like any of the foams.
And I think we have cork on our roof.
I don't know if it's cork, but it is some sort of a high density material up there for absorbing some of the frequencies.
The EPDM, extremely expensive.
Oh, ridiculously. Yeah, it would add a considerable amount of cost to the project.
Yeah. So we've got cork coming tomorrow. We're going to test that out. And then hopefully we're going to get going. We also tested the adhesion test that we had because we wanted to see what could adhere to the aluminum. And we tested PL 300 and PL
Premium.
Okay, let me show you what happens. Blaine, go show them. I will hold the camera.
Well, unfortunately,
Hold on, I gotta turn the camera.
I'm not sure if this was mentioned on the packaging at all, but it's just not cured. That's been 2 days, and it is still like not even remotely anything happening there. Same with the premium. Actually, that didn't even stick. That came right off the back.
But is that cured?
This is not cured. This is still soft as well.
Is it because of the temperature in here, I wonder?
It probably does not help because it's probably around 6 degrees in here. So yeah, that was an epic failure for a test.
So let's show them what we have done in here with regards to how we're not having to skip over.
The stringers and ribs. We've got plywood now. We're standing on the plywood. You can see up here. So it gives us a good platform to work on where we're not having to jump across stringers. We'll probably do some minor templating for generators and whatnot on this plywood, just to give us a rough idea, even though the front of this is going to be lower. Same here, we'll do a mock-up of batteries here just to see how that works out. But
And tell them about the aluminum beams.
We did manage to find some aluminum beams. We're going to do 6" by 4" beams. So that means 6 inches on the height here, by 4 inches on the actual bottom. Because I think the web is the center, so it's the other section on the top and bottom of the eye. So it should be considerably larger than this, and that will give us a very good platform for gantries to attach to. And I've got enough where we'll be able to do the 2 main beams, as well as some cross beams out the side, so we can shift things pretty much wherever we want.
Yeah, and when you're talking about the gantry system, those can just screw on and screw off, right? They won't always stay on there.
Yeah, exactly. I think I've got one here. I'll grab one, and you can see. That's the trolley.
You're too close to me.
That's the gantry trolley. So all you do is take these nuts loose on the end, and this whole thing will come apart. And they just give you a bunch of spacers, so you can change that width to match it to whatever beam you're working with. So super handy and super easy to work with.
So the beams will be up, and then those can come on and off, so they won't slide around when we're underway.
That's right.
Okay.
And we'll probably get another beam.
Hold on, I'm putting the camera back.
Yeah, we can probably get another beam that we can just have as a sliding beam. So not only will we have room to go fore and aft with the main beams, we'll have a single beam that'll span those where we can go side to side on the boat as well. So it should give us pretty much all the flexibility we need to move whatever we need to move, wherever we need to move.
But we're at a standstill. We're waiting for the insulation to come in before we can put it in. We're waiting for the beams to come in. So everything's just waiting.
Yeah.
I hate waiting.
I know you do.
I just
I
want to
found
keep,
that out today.
I hate
Big
waiting.
time.
Yeah. So the last 2 days, though, we have done other stuff because we're waiting. And we did shafts and propellers. And Net Wraith came over. He's a subscriber, now a friend. Him, Jamie, and Morgan, they both came over, and you probably saw him in the video. Morgan doesn't like her face in the video, which is okay because we put her behind the camera because Izzy was busy with her brother, being that it was her brother's birthday.
Yeah.
And it was also Blade's birthday.
Yeah. We put Morgan to work.
We put Morgan to work. So tell us what happened with the propellers and the shafts.
That was actually pretty straightforward. We want to get the propellers off. There is a ding in one where we're waffling on exactly how that's going to go. And then we have at least one shaft section that needs to be replaced. So we got both props off, we got the zincs off the boat, and we got the rear, the tail shafts removed.
Well, hold on, let me interrupt. If you haven't watched our channel, our shafts are 2-part shafts.
Yeah, they're like
and they're
24
feet long.
Yeah.
Right? So they break into 2 12-foot sections approximately. So we replaced one section already. We need another section replaced, and you can see from 2 years ago in that video that it's pitted, right? So that's the one we're going to replace. Yeah. And then we have another one, and it's not pitted or anything. It's in good shape, but
the threads are questionable on the prop nut, although it seemed to come apart pretty easily this time. So I'm not sure if it might be a non-issue. So I might just have a new locking ring made up for it, and we might just go with that one because it's otherwise in great shape.
So we're waiting on that too. And we've been in touch with Bracewell Marine, which is a local marine shop here, and they're just amazing.
They are.
So
Unfortunately, he said that the 2 1/4-inch Aquamet shafts here, at least, are not a common shaft size, so they don't have any in stock. I'm sure there are other shaft places in town that might have it, but we're working with Bracewell this time.
I think the frustrating part is with the politics and everything going on and with the tariffs, it's really hard to get stuff these days. People are not stocking,
Metal
especially
has
metal.
been challenging for
Yeah.
sure.
So yeah, we're kind of at an issue with that.
Yep.
Brent is not here. He is down in Mexico, and they were in Puerto Vallarta. Were they?
I think so, yeah, somewhere.
So he is trying to escape Puerto Vallarta right now. I don't know if everybody's watched the news. He was going to stay there for a bit and then fly in and help us out and stuff like that. But with what's been going on in the last 2 days in Mexico, he and his wife now are getting offshore, and they're going to go anchor in a safe place up in the Sea of Cortez. So everything, that's what's been happening. And we're trying to keep a smile on our face.
And keep on going with what we can.
Okay, so that was shafts and propellers. And don't worry, guys, we took our propellers and they're locked into a container so they won't get stolen. Our shafts are under the boat, but they're friggin' heavy. I don't know if we should do something with them.
Probably.
Yes. So we're going to lock them in a container too, or we're going to put them up on top of a container.
Yep.
That's an idea.
And there's the rudders down there too.
And the rudders.
Container. Yeah.
So that's an idea, putting the props up on top of the container. It'd be hard
They're
to
in the
lift it.
container.
Oh, they're in
They're
sorry,
in
the
the
shafts
container.
I meant.
Oh, I'm not lifting those shafts up on top of the container. Those are hundreds of pounds, those things. That'd be ridiculous.
Okay, so that's basically what's been happening since last week, guys. We don't have much, unfortunately. So that's why we're going to have a great question and answer period. Let's go right to questions and answers. Please just throw them down there, and I'm going to go right to the beginning and see what's happening. And you know what? If you guys just want to say where you are and what's been going on, we'd love to hear that too. Fabrizio put on this first comment. So thank you, Fabrizio. We really appreciate it. And he says, hello, everybody. Steve came on half an hour early also. Hi, Steve. Hopefully your wait was worth it. I don't know. Hello, welcome, Blaine, Janice, Izzy, Justin. I think it's Josh. You're meaning Josh?
Yeah.
Little bit of news about Josh. We're just about to find out. He applied for his Bridge Watch program so he can work on ships like the Coast Guard and stuff like that. And I think he's going into a 17-week program, which means he's moving on board while we're in the yard, because he's going to go to BCIT. So we're quite excited about that, because we're going to have the whole family jammed onto this boat, living together in a refit, because that's going to be fun.
It'd be nice to have him here.
He just wants the free food from mom.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
It's good to have him around, though.
Rick's been on for a while. Hi, Rick.
Hey, Rick?
So Fabrizio, check out the comfort board Rockwell. So
that's what I was looking at.
we did, but we're trying to find it in 3-inch, and Home Depot does not carry it in 3-inch. I've got the 3-inch batten. Batten, is that what they're called? Bats. Of Rockwell. I bought a whole bunch today. It was like buy 5, get 6 free. So I have that.
The 6th free.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you said you get 6 free, and I'm like,
the 6
that
free.
doesn't make any sense.
But we can't find the comfort board. We'll do a bit more research tonight. I think the matting will work too, because it is on a bit of an angle.
What's this stuff that we got for the testing? I'm curious what that is.
Hold on.
Whoa.
We're moving. Okay, you're on.
That is the comfort board.
Yes.
Comfort board 80, but it's only the inch and a half, I think.
Yeah, it's only the 1.5 inches that we bought, and it's really heavy. But that's the stuff we burned. Okay, I'm gonna center the camera again. Sorry, guys. Okay, and then
excuse me.
Just have a visit a friend in the hospital, so can stay long. Just stopped in. Well, I hope your friend is doing okay,
Yes.
Fabrizio. And again, thank you so much for being such a great supporter.
Good night.
To one and all, I love him. You can say that word.
G'day.
Who's it from?
Aurora. Aurora.
I don't say that word. River Randy's here. Let's see some building.
Not a lot of building happening right now.
We are building the, what are they called? Your templates.
Oh yeah, the 3D templates of the batteries and the generators. I think I'm going to start that maybe even tomorrow.
Yeah, I found a cheap table saw on Marketplace. I'm going to go grab it tomorrow morning, hopefully.
Yeah.
So we will get sawing and making up templates. So then we'll start moving them around.
I know Brent was kind of excited about doing that, but sorry, Brent, you're not here. I'm taking off on it.
He's in Mexico. Hopefully safe in Mexico.
Hopefully.
Nancy, good evening from Arizona. Hey, Nancy. RV Sparky's here from sunny Arizona.
Nice.
83.
Oh.
Bonita and Tillman are here from Nanaimo, Canada. Liam's here, cold and windy here, just outside blizzard zone. Yeah.
It was close to that here last night. I actually had to wake up and go up on deck and
Oh, it was a huge storm.
check and make sure things weren't blowing around.
Yeah.
I had, I think, 4 buckets out catching drips in the galley.
It was bad. It was
Yeah.
blowing so much.
It was blowing right
The
under our
boat was
tarp.
just shaking. Tim is here. Shelly is here from Wallaceburg, Ontario. I'm guessing that's Southern Ontario. Lawson and Jason are here. Can't wait to hear about them going on their new boat because they just got a new Tollycraft. Highly recommend if anybody's looking for a boat, check out Tollycrafts. They do have probably the best
community
organization
Community is awesome.
and meetups.
Yeah.
So highly recommend.
Asbestos.
He says we should put asbestos back in.
He's being funny. Don't flame him on that. But we actually had somebody on the boat today, and he's like, "Oh, why don't you use asbestos?"
Yeah, I am free citizen. Just seen the test results he posted. Yep, the little short I did, the vertical video about soaking up water. It soaked up quite a bit of water. We're
Back to
surprised.
square one, just like you said.
Yeah, Tim, I'd like to spray everything with glossy white epoxy paint and then insulate.
Yeah, that'd be nice. It's
No,
just,
but Tim, it's going to get glossy white, but not before the insulation.
Yeah,
because we
not
want to
before.
leave the aluminum. It's nicely oxidized. It's protecting itself. You don't
Yeah.
want to put paint on there. Trust me,
the
I've
problem
spent
is,
so much time repairing paint on aluminum
yeah,
boats.
if it was new aluminum, it'd be a different story.
Totally.
But this stuff is like it's just going to be a headache if we try to coat it with something. It's going to peel at some point,
Yeah.
regardless. From
That's
something.
the same as Bonita says. Do you need to apply a sealant before you put anything against the hull?
No.
We're not going to. Like, aluminum really protects itself, and this aluminum is 57 years old right now, and
Yeah.
it's pretty good shape. Like,
Yeah, I mean, considering they did a pretty not awesome job putting everything together on it, it's lasted pretty
yeah,
well.
I don't even think they sealed it. I think they just stuck
Oh, they did.
insulation on it.
It's just got glue on it.
And what's really cool, and I'll post, is some people have put their names and messages in here. So I'll have to post those names and messages we found. It's kind of funny.
And we made some of our own.
I know that one says like
PL
Fitz.
3300.
There's one over here that says Fitz, you're it.
There's
It's
another
kinda
one really
funny.
faint over here too that I haven't been able
Yeah,
to
I'll put them up on Facebook and you guys can see it. Liam says cork is used instead of teak on decks. You're right. And
Yeah.
we are going to need to replace our upper aft deck. So we are looking at cork. We just haven't done anything to it right now because
Yeah.
it's aluminum and we throw an IKEA rug on there. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll wait till
Yeah.
all the refits are done.
Cedar shakes are very expensive.
Yeah, they would be. I don't think that's what we'll be using in here. I think the density of the cork, just its consistency, is what makes it effective for sound attenuation and things like that.
Yeah. Tom says hello from Arizona.
Hello.
You should check out the Project Brewpeg used. It is marine rated. You know what? A lot of the stuff we've been testing is marine rated. So
Well, we'll have a look at that though and see exactly what they're using.
yeah, I don't know what
I'm not
Project
sure.
Brewpeg. Does anybody know what Project Brewpeg used for insulation? That'd be very interesting to let us
throw it
know
in
in
the
the
comments.
comments, or if anybody could look it up while we're chatting. That'd be amazing.
Mhm. So just remember,
See, that's what Patrick says. Just
Best
remember,
insulation.
air is the best insulation, and idea is to limit its movement.
Yep.
That's what we're trying to do. Yeah, happy birthday, Blaine and Josh.
Aw,
Blaine
thank
turned the
you.
big 50. He's finally
Yeah.
in the 50s.
I'm an old man
And
now.
Josh turned 23.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
which is insane. They're just a day apart. And then Blaine's mom actually has her birthday right before Blaine's, which is
It's the
crazy.
day before, so we're
Yes.
3 days in a row, our 3 birthdays.
And he still forgot his mom's.
I didn't forget. I just needed a little reminder from you.
I didn't remember either time I was in the shower. Lester, hi from Bass Coast, Victoria, Australia.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's awesome. Oh, I haven't got into these guys. Sorry. Inner space available. Thank you so
Much
much.
appreciated.
Yes, thank you so much. We really, really, really appreciate it. This is really helping towards this project and showing that this project can be done with proven equipment at this level,
Yeah.
right?
At this scale.
At this scale.
Scale.
That's better to say.
Yeah.
Mad Kiwi sent you some birthday money.
Thanks, Greg. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much, Craig. Running with wrenches, guys. Thank you. Like,
wow.
Happy birthday,
I know.
Blaine. This is more than I gave him.
Yeah.
And from
Thanks,
Joe.
Joe.
Guys, thank you
Appreciate
so much. Blaine really, 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 really appreciates it.
I do.
Yeah, it's just, I'm
Always.
so grateful for this awesome group of people. Yeah.
So yeah,
Let me go back up.
There we go.
Zero says there are 0336. I don't recognize that name. Maybe you're new. Hi. There are different types of lockwood. There is 2 types of rigid rock wool that might work.
Okay.
We will look. We are still researching tons and trying to figure out how to get it.
I know somebody was mentioning that there was like a sound and fire rated rock wool. I mean, it's all mostly fireproof, but there was a sound and fire retardant one, and then there was some other stuff. So we're looking into a couple of options on that.
And it's getting it on order. That's the problem too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It is finding it at stock places.
Mm-hmm.
Tim says shafts are very rebuildable. Yes, they are.
Yeah, they the one that's bad. It's pretty decently pitted. We kind of dug out the pitting last time we were in with a Dremel. Just
it was
to make
like a
sure.
dentist.
Oh yeah, it was like a cavity that went down in a few places. But the idea was always to replace it. I know that it can be welded and have stuff done with it, but I never like doing that because it'll warp, and then they've got to straighten it if they can, and it may not be quite perfect for strength. So for that one, I feel better just getting a new shaft for it. The one with the possible bad threads, no problem having them cut better threads into it.
Michael says hi.
Hey, Michael.
River Randy, what about something like Divinicel or Kusa attached to hull sides, rock wool on the inside? Hey, we looked at that Kusa board because someone was selling it. We were looking at it for flooring.
Possible for flooring for sure. I think it has some sort of a plastic in between the layers, isn't it, or something?
We're going to research more into Kusa.
We're trying to avoid plastics currently because I mean none of them are awesome for anything like what we're after.
When they burn, they're toxic.
They can get pretty gross. So but for flooring we're okay with that for sure, and we are looking at the Kusa for that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Inner space available is from Casson, Minnesota. I wonder how close that is. Like, I grew up in Thunder Bay. We were just right across the border from Minnesota. We'd always go to Radisson to go skiing.
Yep.
Sin wave generators, Blaine?
I'm assuming that's probably pronounced sine wave because that's more sensitive.
Sine wave generators, Blaine?
I haven't actually heard of them until right now. I'll have a peek and see what they offer.
Yeah, spraying cork. North West Coast, we are not spraying.
Not going to spray anything.
The problem is getting it out.
Yeah.
And we're an old boat, and like they're fiberglass, so it's a bit different because when they have to do a hull repair, they just have to fiberglass. They don't have to remove all the insulation. With us being aluminum, if we have to do a repair, we've got to weld. And so when you're going to weld, you've got to get everything from the backside of the aluminum, and you got to get it clean. And that's the problem with spraying. You have to do a repair on the outside, or we want to clear a through hull or something.
That being said, it would be kind of the same with like a glue-in cork. So it's so tough. It's also finding somebody locally who can do spray cork, which I have no idea. It's amazing for as big of a city as Vancouver is, how hard it is to find some things.
Yeah, but I think we can just glue in cork. Like, what's the difference between spraying and gluing in?
No, it's just probably better coverage. But the cork is just gonna be kind of a moisture insulating layer to the rock wool, because the rock wool has got the best possible characteristics for fire. So we're going to focus on the rock wool, and just basically whatever we put on the inside is just going to be a substrate for the rock wool.
We got 193 people online. Hey guys, if you could press like or something, we much appreciate that. You know, it's really funny. I put out a video on our Exploring the World channel, and it was amazing how many people on that channel did not know that we had 2 channels. So we put out a video last week, this past Saturday, on that channel saying, hey, just to let you know, we are not in Alaska. We're down here. We're coming clean about where we are. So if you guys don't know, we actually have 2 channels, because a lot of you say, well, how come you're never enjoying your boat? You're always in the boatyard. Well, we are always in the boatyard on this channel.
Yeah.
We have another channel called Onboard Tangaroa, Exploring the World. And that's where we actually do all the exploring and places we go to, and abandoned houses and abandoned buildings.
We had most of the summer last year was spent just enjoying the boat.
Yes. So we do have 2 channels. So if you want to see the exploring and us enjoying the boat and using it and fishing and everything like that, you got to go to our other channel. And we split it to keep YouTube happy because there are 2 different types of viewers.
Yeah.
Tony, hi from Tampa. It's warm down there too.
I'm sure it's warmer anyway.
Jamie Barton, you have expressed concern over the existing windows and doors. Any plans to upgrade them as part of the overhaul?
Yes, we have.
We are working with another company.
Yeah, we're trying to get those done. We've done CAD drawings on those, sent out for quotations and whatnot, but that is on the list for this yard period.
Windows and doors. We're working with Diamond Sea Glaze at Vantech.
Yeah.
And trust me, you guys will see some videos about the whole process of going through of getting windows done.
Unfortunately, the same thing applies to that as well. We're starting to panic about time that we have left to make all that happen. So it's because we don't want to postpone anything for our main trip over to Japan, and it's time goes by fast.
We're waiting. Getting the quote. Lee Axtell, 5769. Greetings from Florida. You guys are an incredible inspiration. I think we're crazy.
Yep. But at least some good has come of it.
Maybe because I'm just in a bad mood today, guys. I'm sorry. I hate not moving forwards in a project.
Yeah.
It seems like a waste of time that we're sitting here going, why don't we have the stuff?
And
why can't we get going?
It's not so much you feel like you're wasting time. It's when you see the time dwindling that you have left to, kind of deadlines to get it done. It's a little bit
frustrating.
Yeah.
Joe, hi all. I just got home. Very heavy snow, 0 visibility in Saskatchewan. Joe, we know you drive truck. Please be careful and please be safe out there. Please.
Yeah.
Kelly Horn, polyurethane fire resistant server room.
Server room.
I some and put in bonfire. I did not put it on a bonfire.
No, that's we decided to put it on a bonfire.
It was fun
to test. Yeah. I think that covers it.
K5 Allen, nice project. I wish it was my boat. Do you though? Yeah. Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you?
Oh, it did not burn.
Oh, Kelly says the polyurethane fire resistant server didn't burn.
Okay.
We'll check it out.
Have a look at some of that.
Because we've burned a lot.
Yep.
And it burned fast.
Oh, yeah.
I really liked how Brent explained the reasons behind the proposed systems. I thought because it was mostly generators, 3-phase AC would be better. But those kinds of motors purpose made doesn't exist.
Yeah. It's we are leaning very heavily toward DC generation. If there is any little bit of possible push in that direction, I am there. If
not, ACs will be going in now, and I seriously, within 2 to 3 years, they'll all be converted to DC.
Yeah. I think we're making some pretty promising forward movement on the DC generation side, so that's comforting. I think there's actually options now, but I just don't know if they're the options that we're really after. They might need some tweaking to be what I'm.
Well, the hardest part is sourcing it all. Yeah. Man, it is hard to source stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's even harder right now.
Well, and the main thing as well is when you're dealing with suppliers that are not specifically geared toward your application, while they're very good at the application that they work with, they might not necessarily all consider all the factors in the application that you're after. So the products that they choose are not necessarily the products that we would choose for the same application.
Yeah. Running with Wrenches is here again.
Howdy.
Super Red Dog. I don't know that name. Yeah. Hi. How's it going? So we're trying to remember. Tillman and Bonita sent you a birthday gift, Blaine.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys so much. Again, it's kind of cool how the super chats or the donations kind of come up in bright colors, eh?
Yeah.
It's like, look at this one. This is orange. This one's red. I don't know how they choose colors.
Okay, back to the question.
Okay, sorry.
You're getting distracted.
I know, but I got to find where we were.
Exactly.
We caught on spray on pork.
I don't think we're spraying on any pork.
Going back up. Sorry, guys.
Where were you?
I know. Just wait. Oh, I think I was here.
Okay.
Liam said, Gone with the Winds have their cork decking on their new Explorer yacht. Yeah, I saw that. I'm a bit sad about their engine room, though.
It's
would not be
very small. I don't want to climb around in
Yeah.
engine rooms.
And
like
we
that.
saw their cork.
Yeah.
We do have teak, and I think I've explained before. So I'm in charge of the teak decks. I've recaulked all of them. Our teak decks are old and they're screwed down. So what would happen is if we rip up our teak, we're going to have hundreds, maybe thousands
thousands
of screw
tens
holes
of
through the
thousands.
deck.
It's going to be
Okay.
Blaine sitting up there for like 2 weeks straight going bzzz, bzzz.
And then Janice behind it going grind, grind, grind. So, and you know what? I love teak decks. Don't get me wrong. We worked on the yachts. They are so great on the feet. They don't get hot. They're just comfortable. And especially when you've got a really sore back or something, lying on a hot teak deck, you can't describe it. It's just absolutely
It's nice.
lovely.
I do like it.
But sometime in the future, I can see within the next 10 years, we're going to have to do something with the decks.
Yeah.
We do have the upper aft deck because if you've seen there about 3 years ago, we replaced it and we've just kept it bare aluminum. The decks are going to be addressed when we get overseas, probably in Indonesia or somewhere down in there.
Yeah, no point in doing that now.
No. Whiplash thing was power loss, AC better, but having some weird prototype is not good for going to Japan. Nope. No prototypes.
And we're not doing prototype. Like these aren't new products that we're going with. These are proven engines. These are proven generators. We're just mating them together and getting the right match between the two. But yeah, there are no prototypes really happening here. It's proven equipment.
So we are taking a proven system that is found in the commercial boats. We are taking that proven system with OSEA, redesigning it to go into a recreational boat at our size.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so showing that it can be done properly. Yeah. But the system is proven. No prototypes are going here. It's all been tested. It's all. That's why we're looking at Northern Lights, like names you know, Kohler. We've looked at all those. Yeah. We've had no favorites yet, but we've been looking at lots. Greetings from Curacao. Wishing you all the best. Hey, Eddie.
Thank
you. Joe, I'm very impressed with all your work in the short time. Really?
It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it.
Sorry. He's trying to make us feel better.
I know. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Burdette, hi, y'all. How many are watching on TV and not counted? I'm sick and was watching in bed and can't respond up long enough to do this. You know what? I think if I saw on YouTube before, 75% of our viewers watch on television. When you're on television, you can still use the remote control arrow and you can still go up, you can see the description and you can press the like button.
And you can see the comments.
And you can see the comments. It's very difficult to make a comment when you're on television, but you can still press the like button, which we really appreciate.
Absolutely.
And you can still subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Running with Wrenches says, happy birthday, Blaine.
Thank you.
Super Red Dog. Will you be using the same props? I like that accent. You do it, Blaine. You're Louisiana.
Will you be using the same props with the electric motors? I don't think that's a Louisiana accent.
Will yes. Where's it from?
It'd be will y'all if it was
will y'all. Will yes.
Anyway.
We just talked about props today.
Yes, we did. So what we got is the existing props on the boat, and one of them does have a little damage on it. It's got a little fold on the tip.
I did it.
Funny enough, we didn't actually notice any performance loss with it bent on the way down, nor any vibration. We were actually quite surprised to see it bent. But we don't want to make any changes to the props yet. We want to get an apples to apples comparison between the electric configuration and the diesels that we had in here before.
Okay, wait. So are we going to put the old props on, go out, test them, and then come out of the water and determine whether we have to do them? Okay, this is just going to take longer.
Yep. But it will be done correctly.
Okay.
So that's the current plan on that. I don't know what we're going to end up with for props. I would imagine we might just have these tweaked for better performance with the electrics. But there's a chance that we might upgrade to a completely different prop design altogether to get benefits for sound or other things like that.
I do want to say when we pulled the boat out of the water, a year and a half ago, or 2 years ago, we applied prop speed to the boat. I don't know if you guys have heard of prop speed. It's kind of the new thing.
We're not sponsored by props.
We're not, but oh my gosh, it was amazing.
It did work well.
Like there was nothing on the props, no barnacles, no growth, nada. And it's a very, like once you touch it, your propellers are rubbery. You can't, when a diver goes down and cleans your boat, you can't tell them you have prop speed on your shafts and on your propellers because they can't scrape it. But it's expensive prop speed, which was like $400 just to do both propellers. So worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cade Fam VA.
Spray on cork insulation.
Sailing, you're going ahead.
Yeah.
Sailing UMA use both spray on cork insulation and cork sheets to insulate their fiberglass sailboat. That is all electric. Yes. We will be using some cork.
Yeah, we'll probably be doing the sheets.
I don't know if we're going to spray. We should look into someone if they spray cork around here, though, or if we spray it ourselves. Ooh, would that be fun?
Yep. Nope.
Janice, you are giving him a new engine room with hybrid drives for his birthday. Okay, yes, you're right, Liam. Thank you.
That's true.
That was a big-ass birthday present.
Can't argue that one.
A thought on engine room configuration, please. If you go with 4 generators on the floor, you put removable or foldable workbench tops over them. Work surfaces are important.
Yeah, and that is certainly a good idea. We're still not 100% sure if we're going to have enclosures on these generators. There is also another thought about, rather than sound enclosing them, which is very expensive and it does make it harder to service them. Just basically, they'll be in their own space in the back of the engine room, just insulating the crap out of that space. So that is another option that leaves them open for maintenance, whatever.
And if we put the generators in the back, we're going to put a wall here, and then he's going to get a workshop right behind us. The thing with flat surfaces and Blaine, and I can say this because we're coming up to 24 years of marriage, if there's a flat surface, he puts something down on it and leaves it. So I'm the kind of same way with my clothes. If there's a flat surface, it just goes down. So the more flat surfaces, the more stuff just gets piled on them.
Yes. I'd imagine I'll probably be a little bit better at keeping these neat and tidy.
Blue Water Guy, hey from beautiful Blue Water Land on Lake Huron. Yes, I like the idea of cork. It would also stop the thermal transfer through the ribs. Happy Born Day, by the way.
Thank you.
I actually grew up sailing on Lake Superior, so you go Great Lakes. Let's talk about 3 generators versus 4. Why are we going 3 versus 4?
It's a possibility.
No, why?
Let me get to it. It's a possibility. The main reason with the 4 generators was we knew we needed roughly around 50 kilowatts to push the boat. So we ideally want to have a 50 kilowatt generator size because that is going to best match the output of the generator to the output of the electric motor through the shaft. So there's going to be less efficiency losses in charging and discharging the battery. And then on that, we knew we needed 200 kilowatts of output total to drive the boat at hull speed. So it was just a matter of math. We had 150 kilowatt to get to 200, we have 4. And that simplifies what spare parts we have to carry on board because now we only have 1 type of engine and we have 4 of them. So real easy to carry spare parts for them. Don't have to carry as many spare parts. And then just simplicity of working on it. I mean, I'll know 1 engine and that's all I have to work on. It's just the 1 type of engine. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but why 3 versus 4?
Because 50 times 3 would only get you 150.
I didn't tune in, sorry.
So
but
anyway,
we can do 3.
We can do 3. I still want to have at least one of those 3 as a 50 kilowatt, just so that could technically be like our cruising generator. And that's another thing with having 4 of the same size is that you can rotate through your generators and have minimal hours on each one, so that maintenance time is spread on a much broader
scale
count of generators.
Solux Rockwool Blaine. We are definitely looking at it.
Yeah, we got some Rockwool we're digging.
Mark says hi from Bremerton, just across the border, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think that's too far away.
Yeah. Mel says, I think they picked 4 because of redundancy.
Yep, and that's a good one as well.
Yep.
The more the merrier as far as redundancy goes. So.
Peter's calling in from Germany. Hi, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Welcome. And then inner space available. I love that inner space available. Is that in your head? Inner space available?
Could be.
Yeah. How many kilowatts of battery power are you putting in? What's our latest count?
It has changed quite a bit, but right now we're looking at somewhere, and this, we're not raising the amount. We're not raising the amount that we initially planned on because we need more. We're raising the amount that we needed because there are certain configurations of battery modules that come from different suppliers, and to reach specific voltages or capacities, they go together. So you have to make sure that you're matching those up. So currently, to get the voltage we're after and a usable voltage that's common, we're having to run anywhere between 350 to 400 kilowatt hours of battery.
Oh, I haven't heard 400 yet.
Now you've heard.
I started with like 250, went up to 3, now it's at 350, now it's at 4. I'm thinking we're going to end up at 5.
Yeah.
It's my game.
And I mean, quite honestly, in for a penny, in for a pound for batteries. It's at this point, more is not going to hurt.
Mel's right. They need like 100 kilowatt for each motor.
Yep. And if we want, and that's 100 kilowatt for each motor is our driving power at hull speed. The actual propulsion speed at our 99% of the time point is like 50 kilowatts. So if you take that 50 kilowatts and even on a 80% depth of discharge on the batteries or less, we still have plenty of time that we can run on battery alone.
Clive says it's very early morning where he is, or it's nighttime there, very early morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Oh, this is a new one too. Enessi. Greetings from Oregon. I love Oregon. Do you currently have any drawings plans for the hybrid projects? Last live, was it last week?
Last live,
we put up our single line drawing, and that was just for suppliers. It's not a technical single line drawing. It's just the plan of how this is going to lay out.
It's a design drawing is all it is. And we have several right now because we've actually gone to multiple suppliers and talked to them about what they can offer for the project. Some of them want to be a complete supplier. Some of them want to just have certain components. So they have all provided their own iterations of that single line drawing based on the products that they can offer. So there are a few out there, and we'll probably share all of them at some point.
I wonder if I have one in here.
Don't know.
Well, I'm just looking, guys, if we had one of the single line drawings in here. I don't think we do, sorry. I will put one up on our YouTube community page and on Facebook. Okay. This is the one. Can you write that down someplace or put it in your phone? C-Rocks FB 6050 Rockwool claims it resists water absorption. Thank you, 0336. We will Google it right after this.
C-Rocks.
C-Rocks, ROX.
Yep.
FB 6050 Rockwool.
Sorry, I got to respell the rock. C-Rocks, SB.
FB. Foxtrot Bravo.
Yep.
6050.
50, okay.
Rockwool.
Sweet. There we go.
Save that.
We'll check it out.
We've got it.
Okay.
Thank you very much. River Randy, Kusa is a fiberglass reinforcing coring using caulk to adhere to hull. We're actually looking at it for our flooring also, right? For the Kusa, because someone up here in Richmond has a whole bunch that they're blowing out on Facebook, which is quite interesting. William Barry, a large percentage of the boat world must know that those Cummins are for sale. Are there any bites, Blaine?
We've had several messages for them, and I've spoke on this in past videos. I'm actually really hesitant to sell them as a marine complete setup, just because I know how much custom stuff there is in those, because I built them, that it could be difficult for somebody in the future if they ever had to get parts or order something for them. It's going to be confusing and it's going to be difficult. And quite honestly, I trust them because I know them and I know how to work with them and I know how to diagnose problems with them. But that's not going to be the same for somebody else that's going to buy these for most people. So I don't want to put someone in that position. I wouldn't feel confident with that or comfortable with that.
But they'll be awesome in a truck repower.
With a truck. I mean, honestly, I think the best possible use for those engines would be somebody who wants to put a Cummins into whatever, be it a cab over truck or, you name it. Those would be phenomenal for that.
And to tell you the truth, we haven't really listed them yet.
No.
We got to get on that.
Yes, we do. It'd be nice to get those sold. And then we'll just take the marine components and eBay those off separately.
Yeah. CA Proven or Cap Roven, intumescent paint might be a good idea for any generator and lithium battery storage room, no matter what insulation you end up going with.
Intumescent.
Wow. Is that the correct spelling?
Put that in here too.
Intumescent.
Yep, I'm going to put it in the notes.
Well, Google if it's the correct spelling. INTUMESCENT.
Well, we will look into that later.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah. Perfect. It's in the notes.
Nick says hi. Hi, Nicholas. Bradley Jordan, have you thought of honeycomb aluminum board for decking and wall?
For sure for the floor. Haven't for the wall because we want to have something on the walls that we can actually attach stuff to that's really heavy that can grab screws. And unfortunately, the honeycomb is not quite as good for that. I mean, I'm sure you can get it with thicker layers on either side, but it's not really designed for that kind of loading. But floors, for sure, it was one of the things that I was looking at for flooring. Absolutely.
Cap Roven or CA Proven, having grown up aboard an 18-meter wooden Huckins with an aft engine room and V drives, the aluminum construction and direct drive gives so many more options for build and repair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it does.
Yep. Yeah, you're exactly right. Liam Greenwood, yeah, I don't like the Wind's engine room, but he is young and thin. He is going to be doing some boat yoga.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too old for that.
But any big projects, do they not hire out?
I think most of the stuff
I think they hire out. He does
jobs.
all the maintenance and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. Lady Luna's here. Hey, guys. 400 hertz military generator would be easy to change to DC.
Yeah, I know that a lot of those military gen sets, and especially like the turbine ones and stuff, there's lots of surplus stuff on eBay. But yes, but what we want is something that's a little easier to source rapidly, I suppose, and more supported. And maybe that the 400 hertz ones are. I haven't heard of them per se.
Kelly says marathon we. You might have to explain that one a bit further. Sorry. Timon and Benita, we watch an Apple TV on the big screen and then also use our phones to participate in the chat. That's a good idea, guys. Thank you very much. Speaking of Louisiana accent and marine environments, we've been listening to the song Hurricane by the Band of Heathens. Makes us think of Blaine every time. You've heard Hurricane.
I have, yeah.
Wasn't that about the boxer who got...
I think so. This is a story of a hurricane.
The boxer who got jailed, but he was actually innocent?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be the one.
Rob's late to the live. You're so much trouble. We said at the beginning, you know what? Rob is missing.
I know. That's it. That's the last straw.
So much trouble. Kelly, we have one. It runs 24/7, 360, 14 years. We have a Cummins generator.
Yep. Yeah, it's that's the 400 hertz one, or is that?
I think that's the military one.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Dwayne Penner. It's not just flat surfaces in Blaine, it also flat surfaces with Dwayne.
Yes.
See, flat surfaces.
I'm sure it's like, a common affliction.
It's like exercise equipment in bedrooms.
Yeah.
It's just going to become a clothes rack.
Yep.
Rob, you have to make sure you have enough air exchange to feed the Jennies and exhaust the heat, especially when you get to the Philippines.
Yeah.
We have a big hole right here.
We do. We've got a very large, because we used to have the stack.
I'll show you the big hole.
Yeah. Jenna's going to show you the big hole.
Maybe.
Hang in there.
Hold on. Where is it?
You want me to stand over so you can actually find it?
There it is. I think it's right there.
Right here.
Big hole.
Yeah, that's a pretty ginormous hole that goes all the way up to the upper deck. And the nice bit about that is it's less likely to get salt air in it when you're getting sprayed when you're underway. So that's going to be our air intake, which the way we're talking about it right now, if we put the batteries here with the wall between the batteries and the generator space, that gives us nice, fresh, cold air coming in for the batteries to keep them cool. And then probably going to take the side vents here and move them out.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to switch the lens around.
There you go. So that's these big boxes here.
Hold on, Blade.
Oh, come on, hurry up.
Sorry, there you go.
These big boxes here, they're vents that go to the outside of the boat. And if we pull air in through the upper section, I can move these to the back in the generator section, and I've got two big honking fans to blow air out. So we can get a lot of air exchange in here to keep everything cool.
Were you talking about chopping off some of that?
I am, because these are, this was all built for like the Detroit diesels, 2-stroke 14-liter engines times 2. Just the exhaust were 2 8-inch pipes going out the top. So they moved a lot of air. This doesn't have to be quite this big, so we might shrink them down a little bit smaller and then have one on each side of the boat and then a big fan on each of those. So,
okay, come back. Come back. Let's get back to it. Look at you guys making us look around. I like it, though. It's awesome. Woo! Shaky, shake, shake. That's a good question, Rob. Thank you. Browser lost connection with camera. Oops. I think I unplugged it.
Oh, you probably did. Stand by. Experiencing technical difficulties.
Need help with camera?
Okay. Connected.
Yeah, but we're facing the wrong way. Look at the camera.
Oh, no. Oh, why is it saying connected now? Oh.
Sorry, guys. It's coming.
I'm just going to turn this off. You can keep talking.
I know, but I don't know what to say. It's like the hurricane.
Okay, webcam is back up and running. Now we just got to get it showing.
No, I can just do this.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry, guys.
Hey!
Yay!
Wow!
2 Gen Xers got their stuff working again. Woo. Mel,
I'm an audio-visual expert.
Mel, the generators probably have clearance requirements too, so you can't enclose them too tightly.
Yeah, and that's another benefit of having them open. It will heat up the room. Actually, technically, it'll do either, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Blaine, you are so lucky. Look what Michael did for you.
Oh,
Guys,
thanks,
thank
Michael.
you. More batteries.
Appreciate it.
They're coming.
We like
RB
more batteries.
Sparky. Thank you so much, guys.
Appreciate it, guys.
Okay, I'm going back.
She's distracted again. We only just got back into it.
Well, I always pop in, but they don't bring me back.
I think we're kind of right around in there.
Yeah, I know. We talked about that.
Honeycomb aluminum.
Growing up aboard. One common. Clearance requirements we talked about.
Yeah. I think that's
Kelly's
pretty close to
having
where
some
we were.
issues with their keyboard in the last 2 years. There's videos here on YouTube of people making batteries. They make them look easy.
I made my battery on this boat.
Yeah.
It's certainly not the kind of battery we need for this. It's a 24 volt multi-cell bank off of CALB cells, and it's been phenomenal for a storage battery. It's been
Well,
great.
we didn't make batteries, so they're saying, like, look at this one. Mel says, can make a battery with 2 dissimilar metals and a conducting fluid. The technology has been around for hundreds of years.
Yep, good. I'm not going to do that though.
No. Brent actually has a company that makes batteries.
Yeah, he does. Very, very nice batteries,
Yeah, what are they called?
but not for this boat. Shift Clean Energy.
And
is
it's
the name of the
proprietary cooling.
Yes, he has
fluid.
got a patented cooling array for that. They are water cooled batteries. They are made for shipping.
Big
and
ships.
They're like, we're talking megawatt stuff in like the 1,000-volt ranges. They're a little overkill for this particular thing. Otherwise, I'd be bugging them
We've
about
been
them.
using them.
But they are, the way that they've done their cooling on those, I think they're the only battery out there that does not require by the classes fire extinguishing, because they put them in a 1,000-degree oven and they were unable to get them to catch fire.
I think they shot them too.
They nail tested them. Oh yeah, it was pretty impressive.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Rick says, can't remember if it's been asked, but are you going to separate house and motor banks or all in one?
All in one. It will. The bank that we're getting, it is technically a storage bank is what you'd call it, but we can get away with that because the size of the bank compared to what we'll be drawing off of it is a fairly low C rate, so we don't need a power battery to push the boat. So we can have our cake and eat it too for that.
Nick is giving me some emojis. Mel, does the aluminum hull work as a Faraday cage? Wondering if having a big generator might induce current in adjacent wires. Now, we do want to clarify, Blaine and I actually went into a Faraday cage a couple years ago. We put a video of it. We were down in Oregon. We went to the Electrical Museum.
Electric Museum, yeah.
And we stood in this big ball Faraday cage, and they hit us with lightning, and you could put your hand up, and you were being hit with lightning. It was absolutely wild, so loud. So we asked that same question: does our aluminum hull act as a Faraday cage?
He said it should. It does follow all of the requirements for a Faraday cage. Obviously, if we get hit by lightning on the boat, I'm sure there might be some differences of opinion with the lightning. But yeah, it is technically supposedly Faraday cage.
So, but he's wondering if having a big generator might induce current in adjacent wires.
It could. You certainly have to be careful with how your wiring is run. Certainly, all of the communication wires need to be separate of the power wires. But
Ampere's law and all.
Yeah.
Rob, have you guys checked out Edison Motors on the tube? They are building hybrid semi and logging trucks. They are really doing something in that area. They may be in sight for Jenny Systems.
Yep.
We have checked them out. Brent actually has contacted the guy or been in contact with the guy before we started this project.
Yep.
They're doing some amazing stuff. It's Roy Powell, right? They were using generators?
I think they've used Rawson's for some
that's
stuff.
it.
I don't know if it's generators or not. But I did see on the Rawsons, which is one of the suppliers that we're looking at for motors, they showed Edison and had it labeled as one of their motor systems. So I don't know, may not be them, maybe them. I can't say for sure. But I did reach out to them to see if it was them and to get their input on what they thought of that motor supplier. I have gotten no response back.
No.
And that's been
Cool
a
channel
couple
though,
weeks ago.
and cool what they're doing with the trucks.
Yep.
Joe's gone to eat. Thanks.
See you, Joe.
Bye. Did you get anything for us? Lawson says 100 kilowatt Northern Lights commercial hens with John Deere 6068 engines. Total workhorses. Run them at 80% forever.
Yeah, they are good gen sets for sure. The problem with that is at our operating range of 50 kilowatts, that's going to be a fairly underloaded generator. And it kind of defeats a little bit of the purposes of running the smaller generator at a higher efficiency level, at higher load.
And yes, Edison motors, we did find them just outside of Golden. They're about an 8-hour drive from where we are right now. I think we calculated out.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. Lawson, the crazy thing is they're higher displacement than the Cummins you just removed.
Yeah, exactly. And that's part of the what I was talking about just now for efficiencies.
Are you putting the Cummins back in?
Oh, no. But that's, I mean, I'm anticipating that we're actually going to fall under where we think we need for propulsion power. Let me rephrase that. The propulsion power required is going to be less than what we are currently going with. I think that's where we're going to end up. So yeah, smaller generator, higher load, better efficiency.
Yeah, the big hole. Yeah, that would be the best. The big hole.
Oh, yes.
RV Spark. Yeah, talk to Edison Motors. We'll reach out to them again. If anybody knows them,
tell
them we're trying to
get in touch
contact
with
them. It's amazing when YouTube channels get really big, it's really hard to keep up with email and stuff. Like we're having troubles keeping up with comments. So if you make a comment and we're not answering, we just can't keep up.
Yeah, I mean, I spend hours
Yeah.
every day answering comments, or almost every day.
And we really try to.
Yeah.
If you're a member, we answer your comments first, but it's really hard to keep up with all the comments. They're laughing at our technical difficulties. Sorry guys, it's coming. Is that a diesel engine joke? Boating. Note to self, never let Janice near cords. Hey, if they're ever on my boat. Rick. The Marathon is the one that ran 24/7, 360 full load. The Calm lasted only 2 years.
Okay.
Is that the one with Edison
the
Motors?
Cummins, yeah.
The Cummins?
It could be. I'm not sure. We'll have to look up the Marathon there too.
Yeah.
I think that's the actual generator head as well, the Marathon. I think they make the electrical portions.
Oh, could be.
But you know.
Tillman sent us the link. Hopefully he sent us to us email with the
that's a different
Hurricane
one.
song. Oh, so it's not the Hurricane, the
Boxer.
Boxer.
No.
Yeah. Mark is watching from Brisbane. I hope I said that right. It's not Brisbane, is it? It's Brisbane. 29 degrees Celsius.
Whew. You know
Love
what? At this particular point, I would be so happy with that.
Yes. Patrick, cooling heating is important if you want them to last more than a few years. Need to keep them under 80 Fahrenheit and over 50.
Yep, exactly. Currently, our target is between, I mean, we're Celsius here, but it's basically right around the 25-degree point, which is going to be almost impossible without air conditioning in the space or liquid-cooled batteries. So we're working through all that now, figuring out exactly what the best way to go for that is.
Hey, we're catching up to the comments pretty quick here.
Hey, look at that.
I know, it's awesome. Rural living. Sorry if I missed the answer previously. Did you decide if cooling pipes can be welded inside to the skin of the hull instead of pipes outside?
They can. I looked into this originally when we were doing the repower with the Cummins, because I was curious whether or not I could just build some water boxes on the inside. And apparently over in Europe, they do that on some of the river boats, and it does function. The problem that I was seeing with it is because we were running, say, 200 kilowatt engines, the size requirement for those boxes were so large, and there's so much heating space generating heat into the engine room, it'd be really difficult to keep the engine room cool. That was kind of the main issue that I could think of. But I mean, it is possible. They are doing it over there.
Desert Vet, greetings. First of all, if you're vet, thank you so much for your service. We really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Greetings from Denver. Have you thought about aerogel hydrophobic insulation? Have you thought about a permanent gantry system? Answer the gantry first. He may have came in late.
Gantry, yes. We do have beams that are going to be replacing these wooden ones behind us. So they'll be the new floor beams. And they will be aluminum I-beam, 6 by 4 inch. And that will be our gantry system. And we'll also do some wings off of that to get side-to-side movement for gantry. Or maybe just one big solid beam. I don't know yet. We got to figure that out.
Now, what about aerogel hydrophobic insulation?
I have not looked into aerogel hydrophobic insulation.
Write it down.
I will write it down and see what's reasonably available.
By the way, guys, if you see him writing down, he's using a Keep app on his phone. That's what he does all his notes at. He doesn't use notebooks. This Keep app has been going forever. He's got notes from like 7-8 years ago, and it all integrates with Google. As for your suggestions, this is why we're doing this in real time.
Yeah.
We had never thought about putting in a permanent gantry until you guys mentioned it. We never thought about keeping the hatches open until you guys mentioned it. Like, it's just brilliant. So thank you very much. And now we've got 3 more things to research.
Exactly.
So thank you. You guys are helping us do this project. And yeah, it's awesome. Happen. Rob says, too bad Yanmar doesn't make Jennies. Wait.
Funny thing, you should mention that. With the generator supplier, the DC generator supplier that we're currently working with to figure something out, one of the engine options is a Yanmar. It's the 4T and V98T engine, which is a well-proven engine. However, so far I haven't been really impressed with the fuel consumption numbers on that engine. There are better ones out there. Even Yanmar themselves make better ones out there. So we're kind of working through those right now. We're kind of pushing towards maybe some more modern engines that might provide a substantial edge and efficiency.
There's been a lot of research in the background. It's really hard to explain that all to you on YouTube. It's kind of better that we just talk about it in the live here.
Yeah. So right now for engines, we have like Kohler makes some really good small engines. Cummins makes some really good engines in like the 3.5 liter range. Yanmar makes some good engines in the 3.5 liter range. I'm certain there's more that I'm forgetting. FPT might make some as well. So there's a bunch of options there, and we're just trying to figure out which one best fits with what we're trying to do.
We've got no favorites. It's just figuring out, which one is going to be best and which one we can have the easiest maintenance and everything else.
There's so many balances with that because there aren't a lot of marine engines. And when I say marine, like we've had people comment on this with that fact that there aren't marine stuff available, or marine generators are not that great for doing the kind of stuff we're talking about doing. When we say marine, the only thing we need is able to be seawater cooled. So what we're doing is we're looking at all engines available and seeing what engines are available that have seawater cooling, and we'll match them up with whatever generator head we're going to end up going with. And Cummins makes some. I think they make a 4.5 liter marine engine. Yanmar makes the 4T and V in a marine configuration. So they're already set up with heat exchangers and everything ready to rock and roll, which saves time. Kohler does not have any options for that in the engines that we're looking at. And I'm not sure about FPT for the smaller engines as well. So it's not just about the generators, like the electrical portion. Like, we've got to figure out all this stuff. We got to figure out which one's going to have the best plausible reliability. So we're looking on how the engines are built, what they're built with internally. All this stuff is going to go into the decision that comes into the generators.
Bradley has another question down here in Texas. What's your weight with the diesel engine compared to the electrical system y'all are installing? Well, this is kind of cool, actually.
Actually, funny enough, with the current ones that we're looking at, the DC side, they're about the same. But we need 4. So each one of the gen sets with the heads on them, I think, is around 1,200 or 1,300 pounds. The current engines that we have, I think, are around probably 1,600 to 1,700 pounds is what I would guess for that. The original Detroits were 5,000 pounds apiece. So basically what's going to end up happening is once we get the batteries in and the 4 generators, we're going to probably be pretty close to where we were with the Detroits in here. And that actually really helps out with ballasting, and we can keep the weight nice and low in the engine room. So
because we were light with the Cummins, we didn't find that it caused any issues, but we were light. I could tell by the water line. And when we were fully bunkered with fuel and water, we brought everything down, and then Blaine just had to transfer fuel around different tanks to keep us level. But being heavier again will bring us down in the water. And we're lucky with the boat is we don't have that 3rd floor, so we are not top heavy on Tangaroa.
No, and the aluminum construction in the boat gets thinner as it goes to the top. So all the heavier weight aluminum is down in the bottom.
And if you're wondering, she performs amazingly in big waves. Like we were in some good 12 footers up in Alaska, and we got right into 70 miles per hour wind at one time. Like she was not a problem at all going through those waves. We just rode them nicely.
Within inches of putting the bow underwater. I mean, it was enough of a pitch moment to make it pretty. And
it was awesome. Like she just.
But anytime we can get more ballast down low and better stability, we'll take that.
Definitely. So are you thinking about split unit type AC heating?
We are. We've had a lot of people recommending the heat pumps. I don't know if that's going to happen right now. I guess it kind of depends on where we go with the batteries. And if we do go with something like that, it's literally just going to be for the battery compartment for now, just to keep the battery system at a reasonable level.
And it's all about money also. We are doing this build ourselves, right? Like yes, OC is helping us with the financing, but it is our money going into this.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So we gotta save where we can currently. Yep. That can be done later.
That can be done underway, like in Japan or somewhere. Kurt, we need more power. LOL. See, only 500 kilowatts. He just keeps going. Like I think we started at 250.
I think that was
when we first started this. It just keeps going up and up and up between him and Brent. Like they get their minds going together, and I'm just like.
And a lot of this is talking with with battery suppliers, saying, "Hey, this is what we got. This is what we need. What do you have as a product that will fit these parameters?"
Mel says, didn't they say that they were going to keep a heat pump? I believe they are keeping the diesel heater.
We do. It's not I'm going to consider it a heat pump. It's just a reverse cycle AC unit that we have here in the front.
Are you talking about the AC? They're talking about the heater, the ITR?
Well, we got a few heat here. We've got the Dickinson up top. We're keeping it. It's just going to be a backup emergency heater.
Sometime in the future, we may replace it. The thing is so dirty. It is.
Next up, we have the ITR, which is for heating. It's the hydronic system.
And our hot water.
And our hot water. So it's a pretty good system for that. And then lastly, we have like the actual air conditioning for the boat, which we have one unit up in the front that hasn't been connected since we bought the boat. I've never seen it run. I don't know if it does. It does appear to be in decent condition. So I might try to repurpose it, see if it works, and go with that for now. But like I said, for the time being, if we do any AC, it will literally just be for the battery compartment.
Oh, RV Sparky's like testing us with questions here. Blaine, what's the most crazy, difficult breakdown repair you experienced in your past time out on the open waters?
Oh gosh. Man, I mean, there aren't too many that are memorable out in the open waters.
Trying to get around Cape Horn with all your fuel filters?
We did have water in the fuel around Cape Horn, which when we started moving around a lot with the first time we were going through the waves there, that started to become a little bit of an issue. Fortunately, we were able to keep things going.
We had 90 knots going around there?
80.
80 knots showing on the meter. He was having problems with dirty fuel. He was changing filters about every, it was like 5-10 minutes.
Oh, it was fast. It was fast.
But we had to turn around.
It wasn't necessarily that I was changing filters, as I was transferring and dumping water into buckets as fast as I could, just to keep the water from getting to the main engine.
Yeah, it was bad.
Other than that, electrical motor failures. We had in the lazarette, the steering motor was in the back of the boat, and I think the hatch was cracked a little bit, and it got water into the lazarette and submerged the AC pump. So I was rebuilding AC motors when we were out at sea. But I mean, short of that, everything behaves pretty well. And just general maintenance work for the most part.
On this boat, I think our scariest moment. So you gotta remember when we were on the big boats we weren't parents. On this boat, we had our kids with us, and Blaine was doing a fuel transfer. We were in the middle of the Johnson Strait. We had about, 3-foot waves.
It's like 10 to 15 knots.
10 to 15 knots, 3-foot waves. Blaine was doing a fuel transfer, and he forgot about it, or something happened. Anyways, we got water in the engines, air.
I didn't forget about it either. I was transferring fuel, and at the time we didn't have fuel level senders. So I was moving fuel from one of our aft tanks into our day tank. And at the time, the old crappy fuel manifold system pumped the transfer fuel through the supply manifold. So what happened was, as I was transferring, the rear tank emptied, pumped air through the supply manifold, and starved both the main engines.
And those are the Detroits at the time. They both shut down.
Yeah.
This boat, when you have no power, she turns beam to, sideways to the waves. So the waves were coming on us 45 degrees. We had Izzy on board, Izzy's friend, and Josh. Josh was 17 at the time. Izzy was 14 or 13, and her friend was 13. So both of them are cuddled up on the front deck, staying out of the way. They knew. I was trying to figure out how to get the boat up into the wind because we were just like, wham, wham. Things were flying, things were breaking. I only had Josh with me, though, and I probably put a bit too much faith in him. So I put him into the dinghy. We had a coonhound at the time, so the coonhound jumped into the dinghy with him. He is trying to pull the bow of the boat around into the wind because that's what I was thinking. So this is all happening on deck. I'm yelling back and forth to Josh. He is being strong and courageous, but he's scared. He's just doing what Mama said. So this was my fault. And then he wanted out. He's like, Mom, I can't do this. So I'm like, okay, let's switch. He brought the dinghy around to the side, and it was a 15-foot white
Inflatable.
dinghy, inflatable. So I went to go off the edge. He hung up on the rail. The rail of the boat went up. He fell. So as the rail went up, the dinghy went down. He fell. He saw that he was going to hit the motor of the dinghy, which was still on. And he clenched his muscles, luckily, he said. He hit his stomach against the top of the motor and then fell overboard. Okay?
Mhm.
With the engine propeller going.
No,
I guess the propeller was going the
It
engine.
wasn't in gear. It was
No, not the
running.
big boat, the dinghy.
Yeah, the tender was,
It's not in
was
gear.
neutral as well.
So he's in the water. He gets out of the water. It's cold. This is like, I think it was August long weekend, actually.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that bad. But he's in the middle of Johnson Strait. Mama's like, ah!
And I was nowhere. I was down
Blake
in
was
the
in the
engine
engine room.
trying to get the engines back up and running again.
So I finally get him back. I'm like, let's just leave it. Let's just let things break and let's roll, right? And so we really debriefed after that.
It was
what to do.
definitely a coach.
And all I remember is Izzy at the time all cuddled up on a blanket going, can we call for help yet?
And we don't.
And you know what? It never even crossed our minds to call for help, right? I knew Blaine could figure it out. I just needed to figure out the boat up on the rail. I probably should not have put that much faith in Josh, but I was so proud of what he did.
Yeah, it was not a fun.
But next time, you know
what?
what? I'll dump the chain. I'll dump the anchor down and just give us some drag. And we do carry a sea anchor right now. And if that happens, I'll just chuck the sea anchor overboard in probably
Yeah.
the stern, just to.
Yeah, that wasn't
Yeah.
too long after we bought the boat. And
We didn't
were-
know the boat, how it
were-
operated.
We
So
were not prepared for that.
It was a learning moment.
So-
We did a good debrief as a family. I mean, now we laugh about it.
Yep.
Probably should have had our life jackets on too. Oh, wow, Blaine. Look, Kurt. Kurt, thank you so much.
That's awesome. Thanks, Kurt. Appreciate
Oh,
it.
thank you guys. Like, amazing. YouTube
No,
notifications did the thing before the live was over for once. Oh, good.
Excellent.
Hi, Rob. For the house rewiring, is there anything similar to a CAN bus system that might simplify the cabling?
So yeah, I mean there absolutely is, and there's a lot of switching that you can do with NEMA these days, which is CAN bus, and I could certainly build out some stuff for CAN bus as well. I probably won't go that complicated with it though. What's going to happen is when we rebuild everything, we're going to build all of the electrics into a DIN rail panel. So all of our AC and DC will be in their own panels with DIN rail breakers, industrial style. And then I'll also have a controls box, which will have like all of our switching for bilge pumps, lights, navigation lights, electronics, things like that. And they'll just be run via small cabling up to the pilot house just to trigger relays. Just like I said, keep it simple. It doesn't necessarily have to be CAN bus for that stuff. So you can run some pretty small cable to get that kind
And
of
we do have
switching.
help coming for it.
Yeah.
So Blaine is not doing an electrician. This is not a DIY. Blaine is not a certified electrician. We have people coming over from Sea Power Marine in Victoria. I think we've got 3 on standby from already, and they're going to come and do this as per ABYC standards.
And they may not be doing everything, but at the very least, they will be checking, doing
Yeah.
final connections and signing off on the work.
Yeah, not a DIY build.
No.
So, Desert Vet, greetings again from Denver.
Hello.
Have you guys thought about looking at the European market for generators? The people from Edison are using European spec generators. You're looking everywhere.
Yep. Yeah, we're looking at a few different places. The biggest thing that we have to make sure is right, and I know Edison had to go through it as well, is that we do have the correct tier certification for our application. It's got to be a tier 3 at the very least for emissions. For and this application, because I know that there's different tier 3 ratings depending on if it's emergency power or on road or off road. So,
but isn't the difference between what Edison does and what we do is ours will be constant going for a lot longer that we're looking at, difference than a truck generator?
it really depends.
No, but
Edison
isn't that
would
what we're
be
asking them to do? We want constant.
Nope,
for a
Edison would be the same way.
Okay.
They're running a serial hybrid propulsion as well. So basically they're running off battery until they need to charge battery, and then that generator is fired up to run constant speed, constant load.
That's good to know. See, Mel remembers your stories. He remembers when you had to go dive under the yacht to fix the propeller.
Yep.
So that wasn't that crazy.
Yeah, fortunately we weren't at sea on that one. We were in the water, but we weren't.
And we were in Bora Bora.
Oh, it was terrible.
There were sharks though, and he doesn't like sharks.
No, I'm not a big shark.
Not a shark fan. Kaproven, I don't know how I'm saying this right. Dudes Diesel makes high efficiency, small displacement diesels used in industrial apps like construction equipment, booms, etc. Good global support, but not quietest on the market.
Yeah, I think there were some engines that were like Lombardini Dutes together. I seem to remember there were some bell housings that I was getting for my little Kohler KDI motors or KDW motors that were Dutes as well. And that's one of the things that I've looked at with the Kohler motors is they have a new KDI version, the 3404, that looks on paper pretty good. They've got some pretty good fuel burn numbers on it, so that's another one that we're looking at. But once again, they don't make marine versions of that specific model. They make marine versions of the 1900 and the 2500 of that engine, but not the 3404.
So Mel says, I think Janice said the noise level in the helm was 70 decibel zone, so they're trying to get that down. I want it silent.
Yeah, it's 68 decibels
68.
was the last time we measured it.
Yeah.
We'd be happy with in the 50s.
It was in the late 70s with the Detroits, so it's slowly coming down. But yes, I want it down, 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 down. Mm-hmm. I want that feeling on a sailboat when the engine turns off and the sails take over. It's like, Desert Vet, time from Denver. Have you thought about looking into battery blankets? What I mean is the blankets that they can use for lithium electrical fire. We're looking into fire sticks. There's
a few. We're fortunate that Brent is pretty heavily involved in looking at fire suppression systems for lithium because he's in the commercial world. And he's actually helped to write the type approvals for some of the commercial lithium battery stuff.
He's writing the stuff right now for Australia for the fires.
For the fire safety. So he's got a pretty good finger on what's available for that stuff. And I haven't specifically talked to him about the blankets, but I'm sure it's something that's on the radar. Absolutely.
Hydronic in a boat. Heat pumps isolate conditioned spaces like traditional cruise air reverse cycle systems. We do have a hydronic system in the boat, and we do like it. Once we get this boat insulated better, I think it'll work even better. And
you might, for like AC side of things, you might be able to do maintain the same loop as the hydronic heater, just change your valving around so that it can maintain a hydronic on the heat pump as well.
Yeah. Rob says Tanga has always seemed a shade bow down, stern high when underway, visually to me anyway. Will the new installation be a little bit more biased towards mast near the stern? I think that's just because we had an empty fuel tank in the back.
It absolutely is. Typically, in the past, I would favor the rear tank for my first tank that I used.
Way in the back.
Way in the back. Like it's on that extension at the back of the boat. And the problem with that tank is it's 1,400 gallons of diesel. So the difference in the way the stern sits when it's full versus when it's empty is like 6 to 7 inches. Like it moves a lot.
And the water tank too. So we had to empty. We've had to have the water tank empty because for lifting us and stuff, we've had to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will fill it up for ballast.
When we put the Cummins in and they were lighter, what I did is I filled up that water tank back there because we don't use it for potable water or anything like that. It's basically just a ballast tank for us. So I just filled it up and left it, and then we just run the fuel in and out depending on what we needed. Probably what you're seeing is just the fact that we were very low on fuel in the aft tank or empty in the aft tank, and that stern's floating up.
It also could be my boot stripe. We lined up that boot stripe. I thought we did a pretty good job for it being level, but it could be my boot stripe painting.
We'll be back to where we were with the Detroits, basically, is where it's going to boil down to.
Bradley's got a last question on your heart hertz and docked voltage you plan to use, since different countries use different voltage and hertz?
My plan is
This is a good
to
plan.
have no actual shore power powering house systems ever. What I plan to do is have multi-voltage, multi-frequency chargers that can connect to whatever we have anywhere in the world. Because there are chargers available that'll handle 50, 60 hertz. They'll handle from 100 volts to 400 volts. So basically, I'll just use enough charger to charge the batteries and let the inverters handle what we need for house loads. And then we can plug in anywhere. I just have to make adapters for shore power.
He's got lots of experience of traveling around the world on boats, arriving at different docks, having to rewire the shore power so it fits on the boat.
Definitely did a lot of that. And we had on one of the boats, we had a frequency converter as well. So we were able to hook up the shore power just about anywhere. But it was always a change of 3-phase, single phase, 50, 60 hertz. Yeah,
Everything's different. The Med's different. The Caribbean, even though we're not going to either of those places.
True.
Canto Frisbee. Oh, stabilizer update.
So stabilizers, a little bit of an update from this week. I've compiled a parts list. So I know I need what I need for motor. I know what I need for pump to motor adapter. I already have a pump for it. I've already got all my valving for it. I've got hosing. I've got relief valves. And currently, over the last couple of nights, I've been working on some programming for the actual controller for the stabilizer system. So it is in the works. I do have stuff on the go, and you will see videos for that later. But yeah, it's on the go, and it is a work in progress, but it will be ready to rock by the time we leave this yard.
Rob wants to know, have you decided on a fire control system? We are still looking. Decisions are getting close.
Yeah.
We were going to come on live and talk about fire safety and lithium this week, but with everything going down in Mexico and stuff, I know Brent has had to hightail it out of Puerto Vallarta. He's down on his own boat. You can see his boat, Project Karma, on Facebook. He has a hybrid electric boat that he did himself. He had to get his sailboat out of there, and he was the one who's going to do the presentation on lithium battery safety. Going to come up in live. Okay? And I also told him his PowerPoint.
Yes.
Shorter, to the point.
To the point.
So we can get more questions and answers.
Yep.
Mel, don't they already have a fire control system in place?
We have a fire suppression system on board. However, it is CO2. It's a fairly basic fire suppression system. And I think what the biggest concern is for most everyone here is the lithium fires. CO2 is not really going to do much of anything to that. So we are looking into multiple options, including some new ones that are out for fire safety for that. And even then, it could possibly just give us more time to get to safety. But there are, I think, FIFI 4 was one that we were looking at. It's a very nice system. It actually is ported into every battery module, and it can sense which one has a runaway condition, and it pumps foam into that cavity.
So say that once more for them so they can Google it.
FIFI 4, literally FIFI 4. It is pretty high dollar, and it's about as cutting edge as you're going to find right now. But it's one of the better ones out there.
And what about those sticks?
That is Proteng, Proteng. It's a stick that's, I guess, in the battery modules that with heat it explodes and provides
the chemical to put the fire out.
Magic fire putting out powder everywhere.
It looks kind of cool.
Yep. And then there's some other ones as well. There's some fire beads they're like little small pebbles, and apparently there's some sort of glass, and they melt and surround the battery as well, and completely suffocate and fire temperature isolate as well. So there's all sorts of options there that we're looking at. We're just trying to find the one that's going to make the most sense.
Slicks Colin from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Love your videos. Thanks.
Thank you.
And he says happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Rob, when you guys make the big sweep around the Pacific, will you have survival suits like the smart boaters have?
Already do.
We have 4 actually on board.
Yeah.
We keep 2 up in the wheelhouse, and we keep 2 at the hatch in our master stateroom.
Yep.
I fished Kodiak, and my skipper had them, and I had to make sure it worked for me. Yeah, we actually carry 4. We have one extra, so one that fits Izzy, one for Blaine, one for me, with the big harnesses to hook us up. And we just sit there like this, and we'll do tests before we leave with them, or maybe up there we'll do a test up in Kodiak. But yes, carry 4 of them.
Sorry, keep them busy for a moment. I'll be right back.
What are you doing?
I'm just going to make sure that Izzy put dinner out of the oven.
Yes, dinner's in the oven. I left a big note. Izzy was having a shower, so I left a big note on the fridge saying, Izzy, when my phone goes off, please take dinner out of the oven. We're near Costco here, and Costco puts out those pre-made meals, and we're kind of living on them here in the yard because they're just easy. Between me editing and Blaine working, I just grab the casserole, put it in. The one we have tonight is a steak and ale casserole, and it's awesome. So that's what he's doing there. Okay, so have you guys looked into Vodem generators? Blaine? Let's go back to no thing as a shark repellent, even if Julia Childs tried to make it. No, the sharks though, so we were in Bora Bora and we were going to go on a stingray dive, but we had no visibility. So I told the dive master, let's go dive with sharks.
I've been talking on my mic the whole time you've been talking.
Did you guys hear that?
I'm sure they did.
Sorry.
We have Cajun blackened dinner tonight.
She forgot.
She didn't even know. So it's 46 minutes over.
There's a big note on the door.
Let's just say a dinner that's not supposed to be crispy is going to be crispy.
That pizza fund might come in handy too. Anyways, there's no sense. But the sharks we went diving with in Bora Bora, a lot of them you could just push away with their noses. It was actually quite funny.
Yeah,
but Blaine is not a fan of sharks. I'm like, whatever.
I'm
have you looked into Vodem generators? Mark wants to know.
Nope. I will put that in the book as well.
Vodem, VOTEM.
VOTEM. Let's see here. VOTEM. It's in there.
It's in there. We're looking. Super Red Dog. How long will you be able to run off batteries without using a generator or anchored out for a night? 2 weeks.
Yeah, like it for not moving the boat. Yeah, weeks. It's right now we have a 30 kilowatt hour battery bank, and we can go 2 days. So just do the math for a
350.
I can try again here.
Oh, I see it there. Oh, wait, I
Oh,
had
no,
it.
you- that was
Stop. Lost connection to the camera.
There you go. It's coming back.
Okay, what
It's coming
oceans have we done, Blaine?
Well, I'll start with me. I've done the Atlantic, Pacific, Mediterranean, Caribbean. I mean, they're not all oceans. There's some seas there, but those are the main ones. And we've done basically, I've done the Caribbean a ton. I used to live down there. I've been across the Atlantic Ocean, I think 4 times now, and spent a couple of seasons over in the Med. We've done all the way up to Nova Scotia, all the way down the Caribbean. I've done up to Alaska, all the way down to Chile, around to Cape Horn, done all the way over to New Zealand, all the islands in between, and then back up to Kodiak, Alaska, and down through the Panama Canal to.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think. I've been across the Indian Ocean from Australia to Africa. I've been across the Southern Atlantic Ocean and stopped in St. Helena. I've been across the Northern Atlantic Ocean twice with him. I've actually never flown to Europe, but I've been there. We've only ever gone by boat. Across the Pacific Ocean, I've rounded all 5 horns.
You go, girl.
And then everywhere where he went. I think one of the longest trips, though, was New Zealand all the way up to Kodiak. That was a long trip. With 3 stops: Fiji, Palmyra, Hawaii, Kodiak. Yeah. So my longest I've been at sea is 21 days on a 45-foot sailboat going around Brazil. How long have you been at sea?
I don't remember.
And then also when we went across the North Atlantic, we were actually on a freighter. We were on Dock Express. So the powerboat we were on was loaded onto Dock Express, and Blaine and I lived on board our powerboat on top of a freighter. So it was actually a moving boatyard for us. We did all of our bottom paint, props, shafts, everything like that as we were going across the Atlantic.
And this is the funniest story of all of this. After all those years traveling around all those oceans, the worst weather that I have ever been in on that 123-foot boat was the Washington, Oregon coast. It was terrible.
It was. Mel, I think that they said fully charged battery, they could run for 6 to 7 hours on typical use. Yes, we can run, but if you're not running the engines and you're at anchor with solar also, we could go for months actually with solar power going.
7 hours might be pushing it for battery only underway. I mean, by math, it's there, but you're typically never running the batteries right down to zero. So with leeway there for depth of discharge, it's probably 5 to 6 hours.
Rob was surprised at the 1,400 gallons we carry at the stern.
That's just one tank, and then there's another two 700-gallon tanks.
We carry 3,000 gallons
and
altogether.
And then two 200-gallon tanks on the side.
Thanks. Having a tank that big hanging right on the back explains the trim changes.
Oh, yes.
We have to move. We have to move the fuel around to keep us flat. Prayers for Brent. Yeah, I really hope he is safe. I don't know if he's watching this. Brent, we're thinking of you. We've been WhatsApping him right now, but I know they are trying to get out of Puerto Vallarta and head up into the Sea of Cortez to anchor.
Yeah.
Planning on using the stabilizers at anchor. I don't know.
No.
That's what Phil's projects.
No, ours, the fins on our stabilizers are not shaped properly for that. They wouldn't add a ton of benefit. They'd have to have a little bit more lever arm on them to actuate and be functional at anchor. I know the gyros are really good for that. But yeah, our fins are not really set up for that.
What we do have, which is really cool on this boat, is if you look at our stern, we have an anchor pocket in the transom, and we actually carry an extra anchor. So we now have a new anchor on board, and we're going to go into that on how we're setting up our new system. We're getting 600 feet of chain, and then we're putting the Bulwaga, Bulwaga anchor on our bow, and this thing is sick. And we're not going to tell you about it. You just have to Google it. But our anchor from the bow is going to the stern. So when we get rolling, being that we have a stern anchor too, and we also carry an extra big ass Danforth on board, one of us can take it out in the dinghy and drop it and get ourselves situated bow into the rolls.
Yeah, because we've been in, a lot of us on this live have been in situations where you're anchored one way and the waves are coming in perfectly perpendicular.
Yep.
And it's miserable.
Desert Vet, do you guys implement sea anchors to keep the bow forward? We haven't yet. We do have one on board now because of that incident that happened in the Jocelyn Strait. Our friends Jason and Chantal gave us one because they sold their boat and they had a sea anchor, and they said, I think you guys need this. And we said, yes, please.
Yeah.
So been around the Horn. I've been around all the Horns. But yes, Blaine and I went around Cape Horn together, and we stopped. It took us twice to get around. The first time we had to turn around, that was with the dirty fuel. We were motoring around. The second time it was dead flat calm, and we actually stopped and met the family that lived on Cape Horn. And I bought a rock from the kid that was painted.
Yep.
But it was kind of cool.
And they've got the seagull art there.
That was the memorial for lost sailors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Typing in the dark, stabilizers at anchor. Yeah, Phil, that's what we were saying. It's okay. We understood what you're saying. I believe in Alaska, the Coast Guard is likely to stop you and ask to see the safety equipment.
Yep. That's fine. Yeah, we'll have everything aboard for them.
Yep, they definitely stop. I would be good to know if anything missing in Alaska rather than the Aleutians. Yes, it would be good to know if we make sure that we have all the safety stuff before we get into Aleutians. Definitely, and we will for sure. Dwayne's checking in. Hi, Dwayne. Love your channel and what you're all doing. Thank you.
Thanks.
Video froze. Did we break you? I think you guys are all breaking us. We actually got to remember we are using Starlink and we're down in the bowels of the boat.
And not only that, I moved the Starlink dish yesterday, and it may not be getting as good a reception because it was blowing like mad yesterday, and I didn't want the Starlink dish to go.
And I think Mel's right. Our kid is gaming, so they're using up some bandwidth.
Yeah, that doesn't help ever.
Yeah. Can you stack generators on top of each other?
There've been a lot of people commenting on that on the videos, and yes, I'm certain I've got the height for that. The only thing is I'm a firm believer in keeping all the weight as low as possible for ballast and stability. So it's a pretty hard sell for me to start stacking stuff higher. Even the batteries are higher than I want them to be. I prefer if they were stacked lower and around rather than in one spot sitting higher. So yeah, it's that's a tough one for me to go with.
Yeah.
Although it would make maintenance a lot easier.
Mel, also speak of the Aleutians, what can you do about ice buildup? I think when we're going to be in the Aleutians, we won't have the ice buildup.
Yeah,
so we plan on being in the Aleutians mid-July, crossing over to Japan mid to end of August. At least that's my time frame, because I've also been working with the local vet because we've got to get Maggie, our dog, into Japan, and there's different time frames. So that's the time frame we have right now. There's not ice. We've been up in Kodiak in that year. There was no ice buildup. It was absolutely beautiful. We were in t-shirts.
Yeah, that time of the year you're fine.
Tangaroa has been frozen in ice. We get frozen in every winter where we were moored. It just ruined our bottom paint, man.
Yeah, it chews up the bottom paint.
Yeah, and we've had about this much snow on her. Again, she's not top heavy, but we would get up and we carry snow shovels on board and we just shovel her off.
Yep.
So,
shovel in the driveway.
Yep. Votum probably means vortum. Vortum. Change that.
Okay.
It's a big name in Australia using Isuzu prime movers. Not much presence outside Australia.
Isuzu motors are pretty good.
They are pretty good. Vortum. Vortum. Kind of like Voldemort. Yeah.
He who
Voldemort.
shall not be named.
And just like what Rob said, Kodiak in May, June is beautiful when it goes from brown to emerald green. I went jigging cod in the 80s. It was great. Oh, Kodiak is absolutely beautiful. The people are absolutely amazing. Everything about it. Yeah. My daughter went on a cruise with her grandparents at 16 over to and around Europe for 3 months. Lucky daughter.
Yeah.
That's a great experience.
That's what we all need to do with our kids for sure.
Yeah, travel. Hey, now I have crossed the Columbia Bar and sailed up the west side of Vancouver Island, Barkey Sound. Great trips. Yeah, Barkey Sound was absolutely stunning.
Yeah, we enjoyed that one for sure.
Have you all thought about a gyro stabilizer system?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's lots of things I think about and fewer I can afford. But yes, those gyro stabilizers I would hands down have on board. But unfortunately, the price is just prohibitive for us right now, especially with this going on.
Yeah. Giorgio. Yeah, it's a new name too. Hi, Giorgio. That sounds like a great plan. Can you use a hydraulic windlass to handle the rear anchor chain?
It's an electric one. So we do have a windlass back there already. That was built in when we bought the boat. I just got to get 24 bolts.
And we'll take the 400 feet of chain that we have on the bow here. We'll move it to the back. So we'll carry 600 feet of chain on the bow, 400 feet on the stern.
Yep.
And I think we've got 200 feet of chain back there already that came with the boat.
Probably.
Yeah. So we'll see what we do with that.
Use that for the damper.
Sure. Are you making any changes to your autopilot with the hydraulic steering update?
So funny on that one, the autopilot that we have, it's a Furuno 711C. It's a very good radar, or a very good autopilot, and it's worked phenomenally. The main issue with the autopilot that we had is the shitty little rotary actuator that we had. It was the rotary actuator we had was pretty crappy, and it had all sorts of issues. With the hydraulic system, that I keep saying radar. That autopilot has the ability to both drive an actuator or a motor as well as solenoids. So all I have to do is change the configuration and it'll power solenoids just like it'll power the actuator. So super easy.
Junk and treasures. Are you guys ever going to make it to the East Coast on the boat? Yes. This is our plan. Okay. We're going to do this hybrid electric build.
Let's see what part of this plan I don't know about.
I do all the planning. He just goes with it. We are going north. We're going to cross to Japan in August of this year. This is why I am stressed today about this timeline and getting this done. Because we are crossing this year. I'll be so mad if we don't. We're going to be in Japan for about 6 months. I think that's what it's a 3-month visa. And you can get a 3-month extension. Then we're going down into Indonesia, Philippines, the Marianas. I really want to go see Yap. All around there. We are not going into the South Pacific. Maybe Tonga and Fiji. We like those places. And then we're hitting Australia. We want to circumnavigate Australia, Tasmania, New Zealand, okay, and go back. We've got lots of friends, but we want to go up the west coast of Australia. And then we were like, okay, now what? We have no interest in going into the Mediterranean or across the Indian Ocean.
It's not that it's not nice for certain things, just not the certain things.
We just don't want to. We like cruising off the beaten path, places that no one goes. So we're like, how are we going to get over to Norway, Sweden, Greenland, Svalbard, all those places? Northwest Passage.
Yeah.
So I can see us going through the Northwest Passage within the next 10 years. In 5 to 10 years, I can see this happening. And through there, and then that brings us to Norway, Sweden, all over there, and Greenland. And then we're going to do down to England, Scotland, around there. And then we're crossing over because, again, we have no interest in doing the Mediterranean, not for cruising. If we want to see the Med, I'd rather do it by train or anything.
It's absolutely lovely for the land-based stuff. We've just never been super big on the water side of things there.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we want to check it out, we'll do it by land.
Which means Maritimes. I have never been to the Maritimes, and I've always wanted to. So he has cruised the Maritimes. So yes, we will be in the Maritimes within the next 10 years. And then from the Maritimes, it is straight down to Cape Horn.
That's what she says. We'll see.
What do you guys think?
That's a little ways down the road.
Totally off the beaten path.
Plans may change.
Yeah, we don't even need the Caribbean that much because he grew up in the Caribbean. We might bypass a lot of it, but we want to hit, we want to go on the outside of Brazil and all the way down Peru and across to Chile and around.
We'll see. I've never seen any of that coast, so I'd like to see that. I really
want to go to Antarctica. We missed it last time by a day because it was bad weather. We didn't cross over.
Yep.
But we really want to do Antarctica.
That was on one of the big boats.
So that's the plan. They want to know why you wear glasses, Desert Vet. Why are you wearing the church lady glasses, Blaine?
So they're actually Janice's glasses. I'm not particular with glasses. They're only for reading. So I just grab whatever she leaving around at the time.
We have so many glasses on board. You know how many I put through the laundry because he leaves them in pockets? Rob, greatest one of all, affordability. Yes. Oh, Rob, we're not getting into politics here.
Yeah.
RV Sparky. Hall Scott made horizontal engines in the past, and I think Volvo did also. Would help reduce height of stacked gen sets.
Horizontal engines.
It's a good idea to look into.
Yeah.
Must be getting later there. It's 13:15 here Tuesday in South Australia. Long time subscriber. Hi, Giorgio, and thank you.
Thanks for subscribing.
It is 6:40 p.m. on Monday night here. And Izzy burnt our dinner, so.
Yes, that's going to be interesting.
Would it be cool if you could caravan with Ken Williams? Oh, I know.
That would be wild.
So Ken is actually, we've been in talks with Ken and Roberta. They're amazing people. Mainly because, Blaine, that's the first video games he played. Ken and Roberta Williams founded Sierra Online.
And I'm a gamer. I grew up in the gaming generation, and that's a guilty pleasure of mine. So I've known them ever since my first games. So it's pretty interesting how that all came together.
And we were in touch with them because we wanted to use their Great Siberian Sushi Run name because they were the first ones to do it in 2009. There's 3 Nordhavens. So we got permission from Ken to use that name in our videos for the Great Siberian Sushi Run. We would love to catch up with them. They do have YouTube now with their new boat called North Star. I think it is. You guys should check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Cool boat. And I think they're planning on doing Northwest Passage this summer.
Yeah, they'll beat us to it.
So really cool. Jeremy, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Liam, you need to be really confident about your boat to take on Cape Horn.
Oh yeah, it's just like anything else.
Yeah.
You just have to watch your weather, and that's the biggest thing. I mean, sadly down there the weather can change pretty quick, but just be smart about it. I mean, the first time we tried around, and we were on a 123-foot sailboat, and there will be some videos going out on this, I think, on our fourth wall or
we have some old footage, but the footage is really raw. It's hard.
It's bad, but this was from like 20 plus years ago. But anyway, we were at a probably 30-degree heel on a sailboat with no sails up. We were seeing 60 to 80 knots on the wind meter. The next day it was flat calm. There was no wind, so first day we turned around, went back, anchored, sat for the night, and then the next day we were able to actually go on shore. And
that's beautiful. Yeah, it was neat. I did not know a family of 4 lived up there. This was way back we went around in 1999.
Yeah.
So, Running with Wrenches, again, thank you so much. Have a great dinner. We've got one more comment, guys, and then we're going to call it also. Mike Ross says, I looked at gyro prices from Seakeeper. I see they are not budget friendly, $250,000 for just the equipment.
Yeah.
Installation not included.
Yeah.
$250,000.
Yeah. I mean, that's like this entire hybrid conversion in just a Seakeeper.
Yeah, so expensive. Guys, thank you so much.
Appreciate it,
we've got some exciting stuff coming up. Please head over to our website and sign up for our email list. I promise not to spam and everything but we've got some really cool things coming up and in the works while we're over here. I'm hoping that I won't be as grumpy next week as I was tonight, and that we're moving forwards. But yeah, everything is, we've got 2 more comments. This is the last comments, guys, and then we're going to call it. But definitely head over to our website and sign up for our email update, please. We really appreciate it. Brian, could you spray bed liner on the inside of the hull and put a vapor barrier across the ribs, leave a void between, then insulate with rock wool on the interior side of the vapor barrier?
The biggest thing is really spraying anything on the hull is touch and go, because if any moisture gets between that and whatever you spray on the hull and stays there, it's a problem. So we just got to be really careful about what we use, and I'm sure bed liner would probably work. I'm just the aluminum is not fresh and clean, and it's there's a good chance that it could cause adhesion problems.
Yeah, and lastly tonight we want to say thank you to Inner Space, to Mad Kiwi, Running with Wrenches, Joe, Bonita and Tillman.
Wow.
I know. You were spoiled.
Oh,
Michael
man.
Darcy, RV Sparky, Kurt Lease, and Jeremy for helping support this build monetarily,
much,
and for everybody else just by subscribing. And if you like these videos, or you know someone, or you want to share them, just share them out there. That's another way that you can really help the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, everybody. You all have a good night, and we'll talk to you next time.
Wednesday's video, props and shafts.
We'll see.